All right, welcome everyone to Fitness Friday. Today we're going to do a little bit of a different approach to fitness. So good morning, friends. I'm Jen O'Sullivan, board certified naturopath and author, educator, and founder of Canyon House Wellness Center here in Southern California. My passion is helping people understand how much the body was designed to function, like how it was designed to function so that you can actually make these very good informed decisions, right? And take practical steps toward your better health. So whether you've been on your wellness journey for years or you're just getting started, my hope is that these next few minutes will leave you feeling encouraged, equipped, and empowered. So grab your glass of water, take a sip, take a deep breath, and we're going to dive into today's topic, which is biohacking. We're going to talk about everything from peptides to PEMF. Okay. So over the past few years, I've incorporated many of these modalities into my own learning and wellness journey. Things like essential oils, patch therapy, ozone therapy, infrared therapy, PEMF, terahertz technology, red and blue light therapy, ionization, like ionized water, molecular hydration with other hydration things like aligned water and other fun hydration things, but molecular hydrogen, one of them as well. Grounding and earthing, right? Breath work. We've done a lot of that. We've even gone through a lot of training on microbiome strengthening and parasite detoxes and all sorts of things. Strategic nutrition and herbal supplementation, right? Strength training, and a lot of other different forms of what I might call bioenergetic support. Okay. So each one of these has unique mechanisms, right? That have potential benefits, and some have decades of research behind them, and some that even predate the FDA, right? So these are things that have been used so long ago that it was before the FDA came into place. That doesn't mean that these are, you can just use them willy-nilly. It's just things like ozone therapy, right? Predates the FDA, and so does PEMF. So it's interesting just to know that these have been around for a long time, while others are still emerging. And I actually do think it's pretty exciting because we're learning more every year. It's like this kind of snowball effect, that how our body is communicating through chemistry, electricity, right? Our mitochondria, our electrolytes, light, magnetism, and just energy in general. So something that I've discovered is that I don't believe that one technology does everything. Just as like nutrition, movement, sleep, stress management, they each have different roles in your health. Biohacking tools also is to take a layered approach. Modality supports the others rather than expecting one solution to do it right. It's never just the easy button. One of the most rewarding things that I've been using and seeing is this bioenergetic approaches to help people move through what I call healing blocks. Now, I've talked about this a little bit in one of my groups to say, like, who in here is interested in healing blocks? I didn't tag everyone. I just wanted to see who's watching, who's paying attention. And it blew up. Just yes. Who's looking at how, you've used something. You might have noticed that something worked incredibly well for you, right? It was like an essential oil regimen that you were doing, or maybe certain nutritional supplements, maybe certain patches, right? Patch protocols and whatnot. Maybe it was another type of therapy and you've been using it, and then one day it just feels like it stopped working. And I hear that story all the time. And rather than simply telling someone to buy something new, I start asking different questions. Why did it stop working? Right? We want it. We want to get back to getting it to work again, right? And sometimes the issue isn't the product. Actually, most times it's not. Sometimes it's the body that just needs something else to help push through. Sometimes it's something that you don't have, right? You don't have the right ingredients in your body. Sometimes circulation needs improvement. Sometimes specific cellular communication is sluggish. This electrolytes, hydrogen, your ability to actually get your mitochondria moving, your circulatory moving, system moving. So it's sometimes our own body, right, that just needs a little encouragement to get moving again. And so my goal isn't to replace anybody's favorite wellness tool, right? We want to work with what we're using and works well. My goal is to remove roadblocks, right? So that your tools that you've already invested in have the opportunity to work as effectively as they were designed to do, like they did when you started them. I love it when someone tells me, oh my gosh, Jen, my oils are working again. Or what in the world, my patches are responding the way that it used to. My body feels better the way it used to, right? And that's rewarding because it means that we're supporting the person, not just adding another product to the shelf. So that philosophy is exactly what Canyon House Wellness Center built around. We are helping people identify what may be standing in the way and supporting the body's natural function, right? But we're going to be creating these personalized wellness strategies using the most appropriate combinations of nutrition, lifestyle, bioenergetics, and when appropriate, and this is going to blow some of your minds, but when appropriate, medically supervised therapies. That maybe you're like, wait a minute, what? Like we might introduce microdosing peptides, and we've been researching it at nauseum, right? Ad nauseum, right? At length, just insane amounts to understand where you guys are, what you're using, how things are working for you. Using different devices, but also incorporating. Can we take a look at what you're taking, and do I have appropriate, better, safer things for you to use as opposed to just telling you to stop, right? Because that's always my thing is like, stop drinking coffee, but replace it with this. We can't just stop something and then just be like, well, what do I do now, right? We have to actually replace it with something that's healthier for you. So that's my goal, is to help you understand collagen needs and protein needs and what supplementations are good and what supplementations are bad, but what peptides are good and what peptides are bad, because it's seriously still the wild, wild west. And then also looking at what, terahertz, PEMF, red light therapies, infrared therapies. Like, I know many of you guys are doing this, grounding mats, all these things. How do we see which are the best versions for the most practical for your body, right? So again, sometimes these things will come into play where you're like, wait a minute, we're talking about peptides and she's against those. And I'm not against them. I'm against how some of you guys have been using them. And part of it is we want it to be a situation where you are applying to use them and knowing exactly what your body needs. And you're working with an actual medical practitioner that is licensed, right? An actual doctor licensed to tell you, okay, yes or no. Some people get turned away, but we've just seen a better result in a different way of doing it. Okay. So you're supporting your body like layered, right? That's important. And I think that that's where it gets a little bit hard for people because, I want to give you what you need. And I want to also offer for you guys, and this is just something to know, is that for us personally, I'm offering the ability for you guys to get an actual session with me. And I think that that's interesting, right? So if you could come in, I have my wellness center website up, but that's for people physical. But so many of you guys have asked me over the years, like, how come, we can't come in and do an actual session with you online, right? Or over the phone. And, what would that look like? So before we officially open in the fall, I'm offering free sessions to people. They're 25-minute sessions. It's going to be a little bit crazy. So I will give you guys the information on how to sign up for that at some point, not right now, but it will probably come next week. And I wanted to be able to help you understand what you'll be able to do there and what you'll fill out a form and get the intake all in, and then you'll be able to actually get, the discussion started. And that's part of it, is the consult will have the discussion started. So that's it. I mean, I just wanted to share with you what we're going toward, how we're moving forward, how I can possibly help you. I will be giving you details forthcoming on how you can get started on this. I'm obviously going to be doing some more videos just to kind of help you guys understand how Canyon House Wellness Center can help you both online and physically here. We're building out a whole center in the east side of the house here. So it's going to be really amazing. We had all the contractors over yesterday, and the the building people and literally everybody. It was a kind of a big mess, but it was fun. So that's it for today. Thanks for being with me, and we will see you next week for some more 10 with Jen. I hope you're enjoying these. Take care and